Oh hey, welcome back. It's Kevin again from Scenic City Boot Camp, back with another video for you today. Yesterday, I talked with you about the I am fat mindset and how our thoughts and our habits can determine what we'll become. Follow unhealthy habits and you'll always be struggling with your weight. But if you follow fit and healthy habits, you'll be well on your way to transforming your body and maybe even changing your life. Today, we're going to give you your first fit and healthy habit to follow. And that is to make the ultimate fat-burning meal. So let's get started with it, shall we? When most people think about losing weight, the first thing that pops into their head is, of course, their diet. At Scenic City Boot Camp, we always say you can't out-train a bad diet, but everybody knows that I've tried. And the people who exercise without regard to their diet will feel like they're treading water, getting nowhere fast. We all know that's not very much fun. Now, working out is a very important component to building a tight, toned body, and tomorrow we'll be sure to go over the best way to program your body in the gym and even hook you up with a free training program. But working out is not the most important step, not even close. The crucial component to losing body fat is, of course, nutrition and the right foods to eat. Now, I could go deep into the details of nutritional biochemistry and get really fancy and totally boggle your mind. But after making our own transformations and helping hundreds of other people go from overweight to tight and toned, we've learned that all that information and complex science really just gets in the way of getting you the results you want. So we're not here to confuse you or overwhelm you with useless information or to try and impress you with big words. We're here to help you transform your body, and we want to start that right now. The best way to do that is to keep things very simple. That's where the ultimate fat-burning meal comes in. But before we get into that, let's quickly talk about why most people are overweight in the first place. The simple answer, they're not eating nearly enough food to lose weight. Now let me repeat that because some of you probably didn't hear me. If you are overweight and you're struggling with losing body fat, you're probably not eating enough food. Now, this is the point where some people will pipe up and say something like, "Are you kidding? I eat tons of food. You should see how much I eat. This is why I look like the way I do." Of course, our response is, well, that may be true. You may be eating what you consider to be a lot. But if your weight on the scale isn't moving, you might not be eating enough of the right foods to reach your fat loss goals. And that's the difference, a lot versus enough of the right foods. So, I have a question for you. What is enough food? Well, using outcome-based decision making, we know that enough is the amount of food it takes to ramp up your metabolism and let the reading on the scale drop. In other words, you lose weight. Ask yourself this question. Do I have a serving of fruits and veggies with every single meal? Do I have a protein with every meal? Do I get a good breakfast every morning? If the answer is yes, then you're probably on the right track. But if the answer is no, which it most likely is, you need to eat more food. More of the right kinds of foods, that is. Of course, there are other markers and results that matter, including how your clothes are fitting, or if you're noticing measurable changes in your strength, in your endurance, in your speed, and all of that in all of your workouts, as well as whether or not you feel energized all day long or you're fatigued. All of this matters too, of course. Right now, your only focus should be on how your clothes are fitting. All right, now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about this ultimate fat-burning meal and its 5 components. Number 1, your ultimate fat-burning meal needs 1 palm of protein, 2 if you're a big guy like me, but ladies, 1 palm should be enough. If you didn't know, proteins are the building blocks of sexy, lean muscles, and they're found in foods like beef, chicken, pork, fish, eggs, and vegetarian sources like beans and fermented soy. They also create heat in the body and are super important to put your body in a fat-releasing zone. But why do we recommend measuring it with the palm? Easy, because no one wants to count protein grams like a meathead all day long. The palm of your hand is equal to about 25 to 30 grams of protein. So if you have 1 palm of chicken, beef, or vegetarian option, you'll have roughly 25 to 30 grams of protein in your fat-burning meal. Number 2, your ultimate fat-burning meal needs 2 to 3 fists of vegetables. Vegetables are loaded with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. They help build strong bones and are a crucial part to the ultimate fat-burning meal. You can make a salad, or you could choose from any veggie you want, like tomatoes, spinach, broccoli, mushrooms, and of course dozens more. While they usually taste best raw, you can use frozen or canned vegetables also. No need for anything fancy. Again, we like to keep everything simple as possible, which is why we use another hand measurement. So, make a fist and look at it. You need 2 to 3 fists worth of veggies for your ultimate fat-burning meal. Number 3, you need 1/2 to 1 full fist of fruit, starch, or whole grains. These are best utilized by your body right after a hard workout, first thing in the morning, or 2 to 3 hours before your workout if you need a little extra energy for that workout. But try to stick to these times only. Fruit, starches, and whole grains are carbohydrates that help your body build muscle and boost your energy levels to help you perform at your very best during all of your workouts. Your meal should contain 1/2 a fist's worth at least. You can choose any kind of fruit you want. Our favorites, of course, are fresh berries like strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, or some citrus fruits like oranges, apples, grapefruits. Now, starches and whole grains are high in calories, which is perfect for guys trying to gain muscle, but you need to use these sparingly if you're trying to burn body fat. Our favorite choices are sweet potatoes, yams, and quinoa, though brown rice, regular white potatoes are an okay option also. As long as you have 1/2 to 1 fist's worth, you're good to go. And if you're having a sweet potato, just grab a medium-sized one. Number 4, you need 1 to 2 tablespoons of healthy fats in every meal, about the size of your thumb. Our bodies use fat to build cell membranes, raise our good cholesterol while lowering our bad. It also helps us absorb nutrients and protects against heart disease and, of course, belly fat. Yes, you heard me right. I said eating healthy fat can actually help you burn fat, specifically belly fat. Plus, healthy fats are just plain delicious, but what kind should you eat? We recommend eating any kind of nut or nut butter like peanuts, almonds, cashews, or pecans. You can also use coconut oil or even olive oil, or even eat an avocado or some pumpkin seeds. As long as you're getting 1 to 2 tablespoons of healthy fats every meal, you're pretty good to go. Number 5, 1 big glass of water. Most of us walk around dehydrated and don't really notice it. But since water makes up about 70% of our body, it's crucial to burning fat. That's why you need to drink at least 1 big glass of water with your fat-burning meal. All right, let's go through it all one more time. Your ultimate fat-burning meal should include 1 palm of protein, 2 fists of vegetables, 1 to 1/2 fist of fruit, starch, or whole grain, and 1 tablespoon of healthy fats, and of course that big glass of water. Now that you have your components, how do you actually make your ultimate fat-burning meal? On the right-hand side of the page, next to the video, we included a document with our favorite fat-burning recipes that you can eat for breakfast, for lunch, or for dinner. They're simple and easy to make, even if you don't have a lot of experience in the kitchen. And they only take about 10 minutes or less to cook. Plus, we've included a few of our favorite fat-burning super shakes to help you lean out and keep your metabolism up while you're in between your main meals. Again, you can find all of that in the document on the right side of the screen. Now that you know that you need to eat more food and have all the components of your ultimate fat-burning meal, what do you think you should do next? We know your first instinct may be to try and completely overhaul every single meal that you eat and replace everything. But that would be a huge mistake. In our program, our clients start out by focusing on 1 meal at a time and making that one the awesome one. After a couple weeks, they add another one. After a few more weeks, they add another one, and so forth and so on. So by the end of a couple months, they're eating very clean and they're burning fat like crazy. It's just falling off of them. But if we were to just give them a menu and have them completely recreate their nutrition and daily schedule right from the beginning, they would likely fail. By focusing on 1 meal at a time, they make eating clean a regular habit. And as you know, as soon as it becomes a habit, you're on the right track to building a tight, toned, and healthy body. So that's what we suggest you do. Pick 1 meal. It could be breakfast, it could be lunch, it could be dinner, and your ultimate fat-burning meal every day at that time. Go ahead and eat it at that time. Of course, you're welcome to eat different variations of the fat-burning meal throughout the day, but the only one I want you to concentrate on is the one you originally picked. Again, that could be breakfast, it could be lunch, or it could be dinner. And after you've made that a habit and eating it every day, then you can add another meal. All right, it's time for you to hit the grocery store, so go download those resources and get going. Check back tomorrow because we're covering our favorite subject, working out to transform your physique. See you then.